Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another edition of This Week in Kyrix. Today is Wednesday, January 18th of 2017. And I'm going to turn this down. Something I never remembered to do. Actually got a bit done this week. I finished the recordings of whatever it was I was doing. What was it, Kyrix? Come on, work that brain. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's done. It's uploaded in its entirety. It's no longer an issue, which is pretty fucking cool, actually. Anyway, that's a lot of parsnips. So, that's done. It's done being recorded. It's done being uploaded. It's no longer my concern. All that fun shit. Now, on top of that, I have decided to take a hiatus, even though I'm 2 weeks behind on Xenoverse. That'll probably start up again in a day or two. But I decided abruptly... I don't remember what triggered it, but I decided I wanted to watch some Yu Yu Hakusho. And you may or may not know I own the whole series on DVD, uncut. And I basically broke out the DVDs and decided I'm going to watch this. It started with me just watching 1 or 2 episodes, and I'm like, you know what? I just dug out the DVDs, and the boxes are kind of scummy for reasons I'm not going to get into. Just stuff got on them, you know? So I'm thinking about eventually replacing the boxes. For now, they're all just kind of sitting in one of those DVD cases. The pouch ones, you know, the zipper ones. And I just decided, fuck it, I'm going to marathon the whole show. So I am. And originally I was just going to do that and then take a break, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to watch the whole fucking thing. Take a dedicated time off of recording instead of just my usual half-ass one where, well, I don't want to record today. You know, that kind of thing where I do take a day off, but it's not like intentional, it's just me being lazy. No, I'm taking an intentional day off. So 10 slots. Anyway, so yeah, I'm taking an intentional bit of time off. And once that's done, I'll get back into Xenoverse. Now here's the exciting news, if you're me. And you're not me, so you might not be excited, but I'm fucking thrilled. I am so far ahead of schedule that it's just beautiful. Basically, once I finish Xenoverse, and I finish Final Fantasy II and Suikoden 2, I'm pretty much done for the year. I mean, I've still gotta do some more stuff for Mondays, like, what was it? Like either Metal Gear or Legacy of Goku 3, but basically I'm sitting so pretty on those right now. It's just not even fucking funny how good I am ahead of schedule. So I'm extremely pleased with myself, all things considered. I could be done with the year before March if I get off my ass and really start pounding the pavement, as it were. So yeah, it's entirely attainable for me to be done soon. And that's only good news for me. So yeah, good news on the horizon for Kyrix. Oops, wait, no, I didn't play it yet. So yeah, good times on the horizon for Kyrix. Oh, also I can do some Haley stuff today, can't I? Yes, I can. So that gives me a lot of hope for my big projects, because before I was so far behind schedule or just barely keeping up that I had no time to really pursue the big shit. Because I've got some big fucking projects that I've been wanting to do for a while now. And they've just been completely unfeasible as it stands. One of them, I could very well have a year to record and still never get it finished. But that's for later. You know, I'll worry about that another time. However, for the time being, I will just focus on the first of my semi-big projects, which is I want to do not Harvest Moon. I definitely don't want to do Harvest Moon right now. No, no, no. I'm still getting flashbacks from the last one. No, I want to do Star Ocean. Because I love me some Star Ocean. And I've been wanting to do it forever. I wanted to do that, like... I've had plans to do this since, like, the first or second year I've been doing Let's Plays. So it's been in the workings for ages. It's pretty much always been on my docket that Star Ocean was going to be a thing. And pretty much always been planned to be done the way I plan to do it. Which is to say that I'm going to do both story modes simultaneously. So, I gotta get around to finishing... Nope, skip. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Skip. I gotta get around to finishing Saga Frontier, because I've only gotten, like, let's say 2/3 of the way through one character's quests. But I want to finish it. So. Because I've only ever beaten, like, maybe 2 characters on Saga Frontier, ever. Maybe 2. I think it's only been 1, honestly. I know I've beaten 1 for sure. I think I might have beaten a 2nd. But either way, the fact remains, that's something. I got to get back to some of the ones I started ages ago, like The Last of Us, Ni no Kuni. I want to do Ni no Kuni. I stopped that forever ago, tried to start it up, and realized I'd forgotten everything about the game, so I'm going to have to get some dedicated sit-down time and watch my own Let's Play and relearn everything, and that's like 6 or 7 hours worth of footage. I'm going to have to watch the whole thing just to get caught up to where I was, so I'm not just jumping, what am I doing? What's my quest? You know? And I want to do it blind, so I can't watch anyone else's playthroughs. Like, I wanted to see Nintendo Capri Sun play Ni no Kuni. But I can't, because it'll ruin mine. You know? So, Ni no Kuni's a thing, Last of Us is a thing. They've released a new season of Walking Dead that I've got to do. Because I've done the first 2 blind, I got to do that one. So I can't do the watch girls play. I can't do watch their playthrough because that'll spoil me. The only reason I know it exists is because they popped up. Because I've been so broke, I haven't been looking for shit like that. You know? But yeah, Season 3 is out, and I'm looking forward to doing Season 3. Apparently it still ties in with everything. Part of me wants to wait, however, to do Season 3 until the whole fucking thing is released. So, that might be a thing. Hold on a sec. Did you girls break this? There is catnip all over my desk. And I don't know how it got that way. Because the case... I could have sworn that maybe the case was punctured or something, but I'm shaking the crap out of it, nothing's coming out. So that can't be right. I guess no Haley today, unless I can track her down. I guess I could just camp out at her house like a fucking creeper. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff on the list that I gotta do, and I just haven't. Infamous 1, Infamous 2, that Infamous DLC thing with the vampires. I gotta do those. Dead Nation. I might get my friend to do Dead Nation with me, because he and I have beaten it once before. We got good banter between us. It's just kind of a pain in the ass, because as he put it, he doesn't really like to talk much, but we'll see. Failing that, I might get a Anubis, because the game is fucking hard as balls one person. It really is. I don't want to attempt that with one person. I might be able to entice him to do that Lara Croft game of mine as well, but I need to get PlayStation Plus back on. Speaking of Lara Croft, Tomb Raider Underworld, I can borrow that from the roommate and beat that. I want to do Red Dead Redemption as well. which she has that I need to borrow. I still haven't fucking done Shadows of Mordor, and it's been 2 goddamn years. There's a lot of stuff on my channel that needs to be recorded and hasn't been. And very soon I might have such a massive backlog that I might be airing 8 to 10 episodes a month. Or not a month. A week, you know? It all depends. I mean, I want to get to the point where I've got, like, 2020 stuff uploaded already. If I can ever hit that point in 2017, or even 2018, then I'm good, because that means I can set aside the time to make dedicated Patreon shit. You know, like say, hey, here's my Patreon. Here, let me go through my backlog of every video I've ever made and add the Patreon tags in, you know? But right now, that's just utterly beyond me, because I don't have the fucking time. I mean, granted, I don't do much in my life, but I still need time. It still takes time to do that nothing. I need this. Plus, I still have to go job hunting as well, unless Patreon happens. But as it stands, 2017's filling up real nice. I don't have to... Well, actually, I don't have to upload anything now. I was about to say, I don't have to upload anything until, like, not 20, but until, like, February, but I've already done that. I put Undertale up, the first third of Undertale. And, I have plans fairly soon to try again, possibly unsuccessfully, to finish Undertale's Genocide run. And once that's done, I'm good. I'm golden. I am so fucking set. Matter of fact, I didn't even have to finish the Genocide run this year to get shit done. That's how far ahead I am just on the recordings that I have. Of course, that's what I said about Xenoverse, and now I'm 2 weeks behind. So, there are problems with being too far ahead of your own self. But yeah, I can upload what I've got right now and no, not something else, and be just fine. So, oops, I put that in the wrong box. That goes in the sale box. Are you having fun over there? Give me just a second. Where's my dog? Maya, you get out of there. Go to bed. No, that's not bed. Go to bed. I think the dog was just in the litter box. Because she was hiding behind my clothes basket because she didn't want to get punished. There's no reason for her to ever be on that side of the room. So yeah, she was sneaking cat shit again. And if I'd caught her, you'd have heard her yipe. Because I'd have whooped her ass. She fucking knows better. Of course, I wouldn't have to whoop her ass for you to hear her yipe. She's a little puss. If I go to grab her, sometimes she will shriek. So, just because you hear the dog scream doesn't mean I'm beating her. And really, beating is a bit of a misnomer. I don't beat her. She gets a smack, you know? But I'm sitting pretty on my recordings. I could very well take the year off at this rate. Because the LEGO Star Wars games take me about a week to beat. And if Force Awakens is any indicator, that's months of footage. Months. And by months, I mean a year. Yeah, I have a year plus just off Force Awakens. So, Clone Wars is just as big. LEGO Star Wars 1 is arguably bigger. I mean, let's see. The first game had, let's see, I want to say the first game had 17 stages? Let's say 18, just to be safe. Let's say 18 stages. 3 of those were vehicle levels where you can get everything in one go without going to free play. So we'll count 15 of those as being double videos. So 15 doubles. So 30, and then 3 more. That's 33. That's 33 videos just from episodes 1, 2, and 3. And then you've got, say, another 18. So that's what 33. Basically, I'm looking at like 60 plus videos for Lego Star Wars 1. Or Lego Star Wars, you know, the original 6 movies. That's a lot of fucking footage. That's a lot of footage that I can get done in about 2 weeks. You know? I mean, I could very well be showing Lego Star Wars on, I believe, Thursdays? Until literally 2020, at the rate that goes. So that shows you why I'm so eager to get those games up and running. Because there's a lot of potential for good shit to happen. Eat your nut candy bar. I actually read that as fruit snack for a second. Like, eat your fruit snack. I don't want to eat it. I want to look at it. I want to play with it. That, by the way, was a genius idea. Hey, let's make fruit snacks into toys. Because that's a thing. When I was a kid growing up and we had the fruit snacks that we had, they were as much a toy as they were a food. And fruit roll-ups got really bad about that. So one of the things that kind of differentiated Gushers and Fruit by the Foot is the fact that Fruit by the Foot, you couldn't really do anything with it. I mean, fruit roll-ups were originally just that. It was just a little fruit snack rolled up. And then someone got the bright idea, hey, let's make it so they can play with it. Let's make little things you can pull out of it, like little cut-aparts or something. And the kids are like, yeah, do that. That's fun. Oh, I guess I used up all the parsnips. Let's get some cauliflowers. I need 3 of them. So, yeah, that became a thing. Gushers were interesting, made fun for children by the fact that they've got use in them. You know? Fruit by the Foot just kind of is. But, yeah, I'm the Lego Star Wars games. Oh man, they're so good for footage, as far as for just filling content. I mean, hell, I should have remembered what Lego Jurassic World was like. Though thankfully, the other 2 Lego Star Wars games that I will be running do not have hub worlds that you play. Don't get me wrong, they have hubs, but they're not like levels into themselves. Or rather, they're not levels where I need to get a bunch of shit. You know, it's not like, oh my god, I've got to do 70 missions on the Confederacy ship now. No. I mean, that was kind of a cool thing, but I hope they... Well, I'm glad that they didn't do it in every Lego Star Wars game. Though it was good for filling videos, that's for damn sure. And that's the problem, is it makes it really hard to predict how many levels I'm going to need to do. Fuck it, let's just stock up on these little shits. 10 of them, hopefully that'll be enough. And 2 parsnips. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. I mean, I've still got Suikoden 2. I've still got some Resident Evil shit I could be doing. One in particular that I actually kind of want to get to work on again. It's gonna take a dedicated day off, though. And it's gonna be a day where like the roommates aren't home, because it's gonna be an all-day thing, and I can afford no interruptions for like 3 or 4 straight hours. And the best way to do that is a day when they're either not home at all, or when they're on vacation, which is also not home at all, or they both leave for work at like 8 o'clock in the morning kind of thing. Like, I wake up and they're gone kind of thing. I mean, that's the ideal situation for this. But, yeah, that's the thing I might air as a special. But we'll see. It remains to be seen. So, elephant in the room. How did Kyrix do last week, or this week at HeroClix? Pretty damn good, actually. I almost went 3-0. I went 2-1. First round, for me, started off pretty good because here's the thing. When I go into the store, I'm almost always the first one there. I actually got there later than usual. 3 people beat me there. Two of them were the new people there. They kind of play as a couple right now because they're still learning. So even though there's 2 of them, they count as one person for gaming terms. And another guy, he was the guy I loaned stuff to that I never got back. But anyway, when I get there, one of the first things I do is I set my stuff down and then I go across the street to get a soda. Then I come in and I start setting up the tables and shit. Well, I set up the table and then I put my stuff on that table and set me up, you know? So the rounds were announced and I got that guy. That's right, I referred to him as Batman. We're gonna go with Batman here. So I got Batman in the first round. And he's playing Alpha Flight. Which, that's irrelevant to this conversation. But anyway, he's telling me, go to the other side of the store where he's sitting. And I'm like, no, I'm set up. He's like, I've already got all my stuff set up. I'm like, so did I. And I set mine up when I came in. You know, my shit's been ready since I walked in the door. I mean, later on in other rounds, I will move. But first round, I pretty much stay where I am. So he's all kinds of pissy. And I'm like, oh, I've got this round in the bag. Because he's pissy. Because he's one of those guys where he's really fucking good. But if you get him mad, he's done. He's fucking done. I don't think I've ever seen him win a game mad. Ever. And to top things off, he was rolling like shit. So his temper went right up. He fucking went Dan versus on us. And my rolls, to make him even madder, were doing hot. Like I was making all my dodge rolls and all that good shit. So I ruled ass, you know. Oh, here's my kitty! What's my kitty gonna be named this time? I've got him for a year. Hi, pretty thing. You know what? I will name this cat after my mother's cat, because it's the same color. You will be Honey. Honey the red tabby. Okay, well, let's go give Honey her water. I can't pet her because I don't know where the fuck she went. So yeah, I was running Legion of Superheroes, he was running Alpha Flight, and my Legion team really came together nicely. So I win round 1, and I go on to round 2 where we've got the older guy, and he's running soldiers. So he's running like 6 different universes. He's running DC, Marvel, Halo, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, and there were probably a couple others, but I wasn't really paying much attention. See, he was running all sorts of fun shit. And the centerpiece was the Haunted Tank, which is a vehicle. A really good vehicle that I never got, but really wanted. Anyway, he'd actually won his first round as well, and he didn't have much confidence. He had been going against Cameron Hodge and the fucking Hulkbuster armor. But the problem is, and I pointed this out to his opponent, is his team doesn't have to be good, it just has to be annoying. Because if he scores a kill, the rest of his figures are so worthless. And I don't mean worthless as in they're garbage, I mean worthless as in they have no points to them. That you have to kill pretty much all of them to recoup the cost, you know? Like, he killed one of my figures. He killed XS, which is part of the Flash family. I think she's like Barry Allen's great-great-great-granddaughter or some shit. But anyway, actually, no, I think she's his, I think she's just his granddaughter, now that I think about it, because I think she's Bart Allen's cousin, and Bart Allen's just his grandson. But, shot her in the face and took her right off her good click right off the bat. Well, no, she has more than one good click. He put her on a shitty click. He put her on her last click where she's no longer as useful. She's still really good, but she no longer does the thing I put her on the team to do, which is she can carry other people. Normally, the problem with Legion is Legion all fly, and you can't carry flyers. Well, she can. If they have a keyword with her, which is Legion, she can carry them regardless of what powers they have. And she can do something fairly unique, which is she can move, find someone along the way, and pick them up and carry them the rest of the movement, which is something you can't do with normal figures. So she was put on the team to be my super taxi. You know, that was her whole role, is she's the taxi. And I used her to phenomenally devastating effect in the other 2 rounds. But she didn't get to do it once, because I put her up on the haunted tank and it shot her goddamn face off. So that didn't help. And I killed one of his figures and was aiming at another one, but at the last second all my rolls stopped working. So he beat me. If I'd gotten that one figure, I'd had the points to beat him, but my figure was 80 points. His figure was 25, and the one I was gunning for was 80. So he beat me just on attrition, you know. And I told him that might happen. He's like, no, you got this. I'm like, no. If you kill anything, I'm going to have to bust my ass to get the points back. Especially if you killed Mon-El, who's basically Superman. You know, he's a cousin species of Superman. Where the fuck did I get a soggy newspaper from? Okay, that was weird. Anyway, 3rd round, faced Anubis. He was running a Spider-Man family, and I absolutely rocked him. He almost got Shrinking Violet, but she got put on a click that was impossible to get her off of. Mon-El has an ability where he shares his defense, 18, with everyone adjacent and then adds 1 to it. So that gave Shrinking Violet a 19. She's tiny size, so if she's shot at, she gets another +1 to her defense, meaning you gotta hit a 20 now. She also had combat reflexes, which means she gets +2 if you attack her in melee. So it's a 20 at range and a 21 in melee. You're not hitting her ass. If you do hit her, she's dead, but you're not gonna. So yeah, I ran the tables on him. No points. He got nothing off me, and the 1st round got nothing off me. And the 2nd round got 85 off me. I ended up giving him excess, by the way. He looked at her and was like, oh, I don't have her. I have almost every Legionnaire, but I don't have her. I'm like, and I started to say, I've got a bunch of her at home. Remind me next week and I'll bring her. I'm like, no, you know what? Remind me at the end of the tournament. You can keep her. I've got like 6 of her at the house. You know, you can keep the one that I've got on me and I'll just get another one from the house. And then I found out another friend of mine doesn't have anything from Flash. So I'm going to look through my Flash shit later, sort out some goodies, and basically say, hey, these are freebies if you want them. You know? And this is going to be good, because this is a rainy day, where I don't have to do shit. Which is good, because there's quite a bit to do. No, not eat this parsnip. Give me a second while I pause this and see what that message is. So 46. That's a lot. I think my friend is off her meds again, so she's getting mildly paranoid. Basically, she's having trouble getting her dog back, and I don't have the answers on what to do next, so she's incredibly discouraged, and she thinks that I'm not helping her because I don't want to, rather than because I don't know what the fuck to do. You know, I'm like, look, you're my friend, but I don't have all the fucking answers. I have enough trouble getting my shit in order without helping other people with theirs, you know? Which I didn't say, but, I mean, it's all I can do to keep my shit in order. I mean, I'm not exactly well off, you know? I'm gonna swing by 34th Street later today and see if that Thornton's is getting close to opening. Should probably drop an application fairly soon. Hit up Central Avenue, see what's hiring. I mean, I've been doing laps lately. I've been so hyper in the past couple days that I would just do laps around the fucking neighborhood. From like from 16th Street to 34th Street, from 11th Avenue to 22nd Avenue, and then up to 9th, and then back to mine. You know, I've been doing fucking literal circle laps because I'm so hyper. I may as well put it to work and actually get something done instead of just roaming around. But yeah, Hero Clix, I ended up going with Ellie Blackbat because I like Cassie Kane, and her figure is pretty good. She gets a really awesome power. I just wish she got it earlier on her dial, you know? But it is what it is. Oh shit, I shouldn't have harvested those. Oh no, Wednesday's when it's closed. Let's see, I think the market's closed. I said what, 46? Let's just get a bunch of parsnips. Let's just get all the parsnips I can. Not that full. Oh, I haven't sold anything. I'm digging in there looking for what. Why won't it show me what I sold? Because you didn't sell anything, you dingbat. You just harvested. Okay. Sell. I'm thinking taters. That should be more than enough potatoes. I could go for some french fries right about now. That's something I need to look into. If we manage to get a deep fryer, and we're slowly getting stuff for the kitchen. I mentioned a deep fryer when I first moved in, and the roommate's like, no, it makes the house stink. Recently, he's been talking about it. If he gets a deep fryer, I will get a fucking potato slicer, and I will start making french fries again. Those who know my early work may recall that for a while, when I was still getting along with my niece, we were literally living off of french fries, off of that deep fryer. Because we would, because potatoes were cheap. We could get $5 and go get a bag of, like a 10-pound fucking bag of potatoes. And just eat nothing but potatoes and french fries and shit. Plus, if I'm real cool, I can get the one that has the apple slicer as well. So that I can get some sliced apples. Because I love me some apples, but I'm weird about apples. I've been doing, for so long, what I've been doing is I have been cutting up apples to eat them. You know, like cutting them into chunks and eating the chunks, that it just feels wrong to eat them, to just bite into an apple now. So I kind of broke myself. So I kind of need the apple slicer because it cuts the core out and just what's left is just pure edible, you know? I'll grab like 5 decent size apples or like 3 or 4, you know? Put them through the slicer, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and just eat a pile of apple slices. You know what's funny is, I know on the surface I do realize that this is kind of a good thing that this happens, but it kind of pisses me off whenever I see Happy Meals that have like, oh, these feature apple slices. No. I'm sorry, but as a child, eating junk food was one of the great fucking joys of my life. And I can imagine how much it would suck to be a kid who didn't get to do that. If you want a child to eat healthy, don't fucking take them to McDonald's. You know, that's not how McDonald's works. I mean, I understand you want your kids to eat healthy. That's fine. Then don't fucking go to McDonald's, because if they're not eating if you're not eating healthy, they shouldn't have to either. It is bullshit that you like, oh, here, have your little apple slices. I'm gonna eat 2 large fries and a Big Mac. No. You're gonna eat apple slices too. That's the thing. I could never have kids and make them eat healthy. Partly because, given my complete paralysis around women in a romantic situation, I'm not gonna have any kind of significant other. It's just a fact. I freeze the fuck up around women when it's not platonic. You put me around girls who are friends, I'm fine. I weird them out a bit because I treat them exactly the same as I do my male friends, but there's no issues. That girl shows the slightest bit of interest in me and I lock the fuck up. I blue screen. I got nothing. I have no concept of how to handle that shit. But yeah, I could not make the kid eat healthy because I'm not going to eat healthy. I mean, like, I could certainly never raise a vegetarian kid. I could have a vegetarian kid. You know? Like, my kid decides, Daddy, I don't like meat. Okay. Why? This is why. Okay. If I have an answer to that, I'll explain, like, oh, I don't like it because animals suffer. Well, here's the thing. Animals suffer for plants, too. Pesticides, for one thing. Fucking, combines, you know. If that's your only reason, that's not the best reason. It's not a bad reason, but there are other reasons. Like, if you say, I don't want to eat meat because I don't like the way it tastes, or it makes me sick, or whatever, sure. And you know what? If you don't like meat because of the animal thing, that's fine too. But don't expect me to switch, you know? I don't think it would come up because, let's face facts, if I did, like, I don't think having to raise a vegetarian child would come up. Because even if I did find someone interested in me, if they're a vegetarian, that's not, for compatibility issues, that's just not going to work. Because I don't know of a lot of people, and I could be wrong, but I don't know a lot of couples where one person eats meat and the other one's vehemently opposed to it, and the two stay together. God damn it, I didn't want to. But anyway, that's beside the point. Why? Because Twick is over. Did I make some money, sis? Alright. Anyway, I will see you all next week, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!